Have you ever wondered how great storytellers grab us? They keep us spellbound and they leave us nearly breathless, leaning forward to find out what happens next. I personally have never been a very good storyteller. In fact, I kind of have a reputation for forgetting the punchline. But our recent experience in producing the audiobook for our new book, Called, has taught me a lot about storytelling. And I want to share with you 3 ways that you can become a great storyteller. First, you need an opening line that captures your reader's interest, wondering, what is this story about? Here's an audio clip of our narrator, Jack Warren, who's a real pro. He's presenting the opening line in our latest book, Called.
Just past midnight on June 7, 1941, John Schmidt boarded the SS Argentina in New York Harbor.
But a grabby opening line isn't nearly enough. If you have their attention, your listeners will next want to know about the characters. Who are they and what's going to happen to them? And why should they even be interested? In Called, our 2 main characters are Dr. John, a gruff and impatient doctor who's on fire to save the world, and his timid nurse wife, Clara, who the day after their wedding follows him into the wilds of Paraguay, South America. One of John's character traits is that when he becomes angry, he falls into his native Low German, Plattdeutsch. Listen to this.
John, we've just traveled by train and plane, then by boat, then by train again, and then by buggy. I don't even know what month it is. I stink. I'm exhausted, my back aches, and I feel nauseous. I need to lie down. She dropped heavily onto the bed and felt the coarse straw poking up out of the sacks. I have no other nurse, he said, pulling her up off the bed. Mok die wach.
As an aside, it is practically impossible for anyone to pronounce Plattdeutsch properly who hasn't grown up with it. It's nothing at all like High German. Mok die wach is Low German for get yourself moving. And in High German, it would be beweg dich. So you see, it's nothing like the Plattdeutsch. This Low German outburst pulls us in under John's skin so we can feel and we can almost taste his anger. But great storytellers do so much more than create unforgettable characters. So here's number 3. They make us lose ourselves in the story by conjuring a mood, by building suspense, and by bringing it all to life through the power of the voice and the acting talents. So picture this. It's a scene in Called that takes place nearly a decade later. Nurse Clara, no longer as timid, is laying bricks for the construction of their new leprosy hospital. That's right. They're building a hospital for leprosy patients. She's alone in this remote area of Paraguay. Dr. John is off in Brazil, and a pickup truck comes up over the hill.
The truck slowed as it approached Clara. The men thrust their fists at her, and their voices rose to a wild crescendo. Lepra, que mueran, trabajo de Satan. Following the driver's lead, a few of them jumped to the ground, grabbed rocks from the truck bed, and moved toward Clara.
If you'd like to hear more samples from the audiobook version of Called, click the links in the show notes below. And if you love what you hear, use the link at the top of the show notes to purchase the audiobook on sale now for half price. And remember, we are together on this journey.